In this video, we're going to talk about what happens when you stop eating sugar. Now, if you're consuming a lot of sugar, your body is in a constant state of flux with its blood sugar levels. You're probably craving sweets all the time and feeling sluggish and fatigued. This is no way to live, but the good news is that it only takes about 14 days to reset your body and get off the sugar roller coaster. When you quit sugar, your body goes through a detoxification process. The first few days can be tough as your body adjusts to burning fat for fuel instead of sugar. You might experience some withdrawal symptoms like headaches, fatigue, and cravings, but stick with it. These symptoms are temporary and are a sign that your body is healing. You can help your body through this process by taking potassium, which becomes depleted with sugar intake, and B vitamins, which help your body utilize energy. Now let's talk about what happens after those first few days. Let's talk about how to reduce those sugar cravings. When you consume sugar, your body releases a ton of insulin to push that sugar into your cells. Now, a little bit of insulin is no big deal, but chronically high levels can lead to insulin resistance, which is a major contributor to weight gain and type 2 diabetes. But here's the thing about insulin. It doesn't just regulate blood sugar, it also blocks the breakdown of fat for fuel. So, when you consume a lot of sugar, your body becomes very efficient at burning sugar and very inefficient at burning fat. This is why people who consume a lot of sugar often have a hard time losing weight, even if they're not eating that many calories. They've trained their bodies to rely on sugar for energy, and they're not burning fat effectively. But when you stop eating sugar, your body has to find a new way to fuel itself, and that means turning to fat. This process takes a few days, and during that time, you may experience some withdrawal symptoms, like cravings, fatigue, and headaches. But stick with it. These symptoms are temporary, and they're a sign that your body is healing. As your body gets better at burning fat for fuel, you'll notice that your cravings for sugar start to disappear. You'll have more energy, and you'll feel better overall. Now, the best way to reduce sugar cravings is to simply avoid sugar altogether. But if you find yourself craving something sweet, there are a few things you can do to satisfy your sweet tooth without derailing your progress. First, make sure you're eating enough protein and healthy fats. These nutrients help to stabilize blood sugar levels and keep you feeling full and satisfied. Second, drink plenty of water. Sometimes we mistake thirst for hunger, so staying hydrated can help to reduce cravings. And finally, if you're really struggling, try having a small piece of fruit or a few squares of dark chocolate. These treats are naturally sweet, but they're also low in sugar and high in nutrients. Let's talk about hunger. Most people think hunger is just an empty stomach, but it's so much more than that. Hunger is actually controlled by a complex system of hormones and neurotransmitters in the body. And one of the biggest factors that influences hunger is, you guessed it, sugar. When you eat sugar, it spikes your blood sugar levels. This triggers your pancreas to release insulin, which helps to shuttle the sugar from your bloodstream into your cells for energy. Now, this process works great if you're only eating small amounts of sugar occasionally. But when you're constantly bombarding your body with sugar, it leads to a condition called insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is when your cells become less sensitive to the effects of insulin. This means that your pancreas has to produce more and more insulin to keep your blood sugar levels in check. And over time, this can lead to a whole host of health problems, including weight gain, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even cancer. But one of the most immediate effects of insulin resistance is increased hunger. When your cells are resistant to insulin, it means that they're not getting the sugar they need for energy. And when your cells don't have enough energy, they send signals to your brain telling you to eat more food. So if you find yourself feeling hungry all the time, even after you've just eaten, it could be a sign that you're insulin resistant. And one of the best ways to improve insulin sensitivity is to reduce your sugar intake. When you cut back on sugar, you give your pancreas a break from having to pump out so much insulin. This allows your cells to become more sensitive to insulin again, which helps to stabilize your blood sugar levels and reduce hunger. Let's talk about that energy crash you get after meals, particularly after meals loaded with sugar. Do you ever feel tired and sluggish after eating, like you could just curl up and take a nap? Well, you're not alone. Millions of people experience this phenomenon every day. And it's not just because they're eating large meals. One of the biggest culprits of the after-meal energy crash is sugar. When you eat sugar, it causes a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels. This triggers your pancreas to release insulin, which helps to shuttle the sugar from your bloodstream into your cells for energy. Now, this process works great if you're only eating small amounts of sugar occasionally. But when you're constantly bombarding your body with sugar, it leads to a condition called insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is when your cells become less sensitive to the effects of insulin. This means that your pancreas has to produce more and more insulin to keep your blood sugar levels in check. And over time, this can lead to a whole host of health problems, including weight gain, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even cancer. But in the short term, one of the most noticeable effects of insulin resistance is fatigue. When your cells are resistant to insulin, it means that they're not getting the sugar they need for energy. And when your cells don't have enough energy, you feel tired and sluggish. So, if you find yourself hitting that mid-afternoon slump, even if you ate a decent-sized lunch, it could be a sign that you're eating too much sugar. And one of the best ways to combat this is to cut back on sugar and eat more balanced meals that are lower on the glycemic index. When you eat a balanced meal that's low on the glycemic index, it causes a slower and more sustained rise in your blood sugar levels. This means that your pancreas doesn't have to work as hard to produce insulin, and your cells are better able to absorb the sugar they need for energy. So there you have it. Those are just a few of the amazing things that happen when you quit sugar. You'll have more energy, you'll lose weight, you'll sleep better, and you'll just feel better overall. And it all starts with that decision to take control of your health and kick sugar to the curb. Remember, those cravings will subside, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you adjust to a sugar-free lifestyle. Your taste buds will change, and you'll start to enjoy the natural sweetness of whole foods. I always tell my patients, it's not about deprivation, it's about replacing unhealthy choices with healthy ones that serve your body. So, if you're thinking about quitting sugar, I encourage you to go for it. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Hey health enthusiasts, like and subscribe for more lifestyle tips.
We're fresh and nutritious.
Know someone who needs this? Share our channel.